Hi, it's been about 3 years since I've had my La Pavoni Europiccola, and I still love it. It's a great machine, and I thought I'd just do a bit of a recap on how I've been using it and how I've found it and anything new that I've discovered recently with it. So, the obvious question is, where is it? And it's here. Why is it here? Well, this is the first thing I love about it, is it's just so portable. So this morning I went to a party with some friends. They wanted someone to make coffee, and I can just put it in a shopping bag and bring it along. Now, I probably made this morning about 20 coffees, I think, so I had to refill it about 5 times, and it's just a workhorse. It just kept performing exactly how I wanted it to perform. Very controllable, very consistent. Every time I came to make another shot, the temperature was just at the right temperature, ready to go. So that's one thing that makes this a great machine, is it's small and it works. I have a flare, small flare, which is a little bit more portable, but it doesn't have the boiler, it doesn't have the steam. I really like milk coffee drinks, so it's just not the same. And here's a recent purchase I got for the grinder. I bought this little battery add-on, which is called Spins Pro, but I bought it from Amazon, and it was one that was designed for the Commandanti C40, and it's really great. It's got a really nice screen on it. It cost $140 Australian, so that's maybe about $100 US, I guess. It's running now. It's very quiet, and it detects when there's no more coffee in there and just stops. So that's a really nice addition. Because I was making so many, I did actually bring my big grinder today, but when I go on holidays and things, I can quite easily have this, and I'm set to make coffees. I also quite like just using these little small glasses. I find having lattes in a glass is nice. I often just put them on top of here and here while the machine's heating up, to heat up the glasses beforehand. But yeah, I've been loving that. Anyway, I'll plug it in, turn it on, set it up, and I'll make a coffee. Lately I've been using 18 grams of coffee. I have a triple basket in the portafilter. This is an IMS basket that came from Coffee Sensor. I also use a puck screen that's the thinnest ones that you can get for 49mm that fits. So that fits quite nicely in there. Also, I've just turned it on, and the group head temperature is 26 degrees. So to get it up to temperature, I'll just dry pump it a few times. Sometimes it helps to let out a bit of steam. Makes it a bit easier to pump. And there could be some false steam in there, so we do that first. Also, I've been buying about 2 kilograms of beans at a time, and I put them in Ziploc bags like this and put them in the freezer. And then as I use them, I just pull out 1 bag at a time. Also do that for decaf. With normal coffee, I defrost it and leave it outside the freezer as I'm using it. But with decaf, I leave it in the freezer the whole time. I just take it out, get 1 measurement out, put it straight back into the freezer so it lasts. Okay. This is a flat burr grinder, and it's stepped with all of the adjustments that you can make with your hand and everything else. I find that the steps are fine. I never have a trouble. have trouble with the steps being too large on this. This is a makeup grinder. I should also say this motor for the Comandante, that was from Amazon, so you should be able to find them on Amazon. So we're up to 68, still not hot enough, so I'll pump it a bit more. I aim for 84 degrees on here for medium roast coffee. If I'm doing light roast coffee, which I sometimes do, for that I tend to have it a little bit hotter, maybe 86 degrees or even 87 at the start. And then what I do is I tend to pull the handle down until I start to get a few drips, and then I just hold it there and leave it for a full 30 seconds to bloom, and then push it all the way through, and that works really well for light roasts. So we're up to 80.3. I'll just do another couple of pumps. It seems to jump about 2 or 3 degrees with every pump, so you can do half pumps once you get close. And that feels nice and warm. So we dry it out, put our shot in. I've been doing the shaking method, so lots of shakes, just to get nice even distribution. And then I use this WDT just to level out the top. I don't do it deeply anymore. Once it looks level, then we just give it a tap with my fingers around the edge. And then we can put the puck screen on. And we're ready to go. Now, our temperature is reading 87, so okay, I was a bit vigorous with the pump, so we'll just wait a moment until it drops back down to about 84. Okay, so we're at 85, 84 and a half now. I've just teared off the cup. I don't normally weigh the output, but I'll weigh it this time just to show you. Okay, so if we lift it up, we can look at the mirror and start seeing some drips. And I might just do a Fellini and just lift it back up again. And now we'll do the shot. So, as usual, it looks nice and even. And we just push on that lever to try and give a fairly consistent flow rate the whole shot, which usually means less pressure as we go, as the puck starts to dissolve. Okay, so if we measure that shot, 37.5. So yeah, that's pretty typical output. So when I steam the milk, what I tend to do is I'll hold my hand on the bottom and I'll steam until I can't hold my hand on any longer. Then I'll lift it off and start counting at a consistent rate. For me, for this machine, for this volume of milk, I count for about 15 counts before I start turning it off to get to the right temperature. And that's what I found is the best way, without using a thermometer, the best way of getting consistent temperatures is hold on continually until you can't hold any longer, let go and count whatever you've worked out as the standard count for you. Okay, so let's get some steam out first, and then we go. So inject some air, and I watch the level rise about half a centimetre or so. Then I put the steam nozzle into the milk and hold it near the surface and just keep it swirling. The other thing you can note here is this temperature. It usually peaks at about 92 degrees, which is really more indicative of the actual water temperature hitting the puck. So that's something to keep your eye on. Alright, now we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, it's starting to get better, more consistent with my pours. The single hole tip that I use is the one that has the smaller hole size, and it just does really nice milk. I can see the reflection of that light in the top of the milk, so it's nice and silky smooth. And you can see in the glass that, you know, there's that much froth on top, which is about what I like for a latte, so it's very consistent. Yeah, so I still love this machine. I did have a Profitec Pro 400 for a little while, but it was just big. It took up heaps of space and it took a long time to heat up. It was lovely to use once it was heated up, but just seemed too big and slow for me. And this is, I really like this being portable, being able to take it to a friend's house if I want to for a coffee, or take it on holidays. One thing I've done recently, I use this Wi-Fi switch that's programmed to turn itself off after 30 minutes. So if I turn the machine on, I don't have to worry too much about forgetting to turn it off, because at least that will help me remember and turn the power off. But yeah, normally I do turn it off myself on the machine. I tend to get the puck screen off by just tapping it vertically, and it just falls out. And the pucks that I get just seem to be really consistent. There's no light or dark spots. I tend to blast a bit of water through it right at the end, and the machine stays very clean for me. I just loosely hold it in place. So that's it. Tell me what you think if you've got a Europiccola and you love it too. Yeah, and looking forward to this being a good combination. This was from Amazon, if I didn't mention that. The electric motor was from Amazon, and that will also be a nice grinder combination for when I'm on holidays. Anyway, enjoy your coffee. See ya.